Hi. This short talk is going to be on chapter 11 of Good Strategy, Bad Strategy. And here Dr. Rumel gives some of his ideas on growth. And I think that's an interesting chapter for you to read and really try to step back and see what he's saying. This is a very difficult topic because whatever you say, there are examples of in support of your view or against it on the basics of should you grow, should you get bigger, how do you do that, and what are the right means. He makes some very good points. I'll just throw in some of my own experience on this one. When you talk about growth, there are a lot of other elements and influences and motivations that come into play. Purely growing for all the right reasons is not always the case. People have a lot of their own personality and desires. There are a lot of different motivations. He mentions cases where people grow just to put people somewhere where they don't have to see them all the time in head office. It happens a lot. Other times makes the points of acquisitions. Acquisitions can be for good reasons or they can be for good sounding reasons, but often they don't work out that way. For example, acquisitions in order to lower cost or in order to acquire really good people or that sort of thing, or to expand your market, sometimes they work. Often they don't. Often the amount of money you spend doing that acquisition, employing that in your own organization, may even get you to the result faster. You can talk to anyone who's been through a merger or an acquisition, and it's very complex. Merging the systems, a lot of times you'll see the big acquisitions that are happening these days, which are huge ones. They're really to knock out the competitor. It may not even be to acquire that thing. It's just to eliminate them. And actually, that's probably the most valid it is a very valid reason for an acquisition, just to get rid of your competition if you have the money for it. And you'll see the big companies, Apple, Amazon, these guys, Facebook, if they like something, they buy it. So that's it's not only to acquire what they're getting, but just to eliminate that and make sure people come to them for their core business. And those are valid reasons. But often, as the book points out, there are people that do this for the fees involved. Investment banks make tons of fees for the ego involvement, which is very powerful. And the real key to growth, as he puts, is very clear. It's like healthy growth is from growing demand for your products, for superior or innovative products, things you're doing new and different and more creatively. And there is a reward in business for being unique, for being innovative, for being really smart, for being having the courage to do the right thing, and for really being attentive and perceptive of what your clients really need and being in touch with them. Those things really generate good growth. You will see as you go in your career, people will pick growth because sometimes it even hides the other things. If you buy something or launch a new magazine or a new direction or something, those things will cover, for the time it takes to do that, a lot of other things. You'll see things sitting, why are they not producing? Well, they're in the middle of an acquisition or something. And in reality, they could be working on those things. They just found this way is a useful distraction from what's really going on. Again, I'm not saying growth is wrong. Growth is great. Right sizing is the key thing, and also really understanding where you'll be following that growth and how much it really costs, and having some experience through going through it before to make sure you don't just, you're thinking of things that aren't really going to happen is really important. All right, thanks a lot.